What's good, everybody out there? This is Capital J Productions, and I'm going to continue exactly where I left off last time. And I was talking about my ex, so I'm gonna continue talking about that. So, there's a couple of points that I wanted to make, and I think I left off talking about me planning on killing her. Okay. Now, of course, I didn't do it. If I did it, I would not be talking to you guys right now about that. I'll be in jail somewhere. But obviously, I came to the point to where I got desperate, and I just thought about, like, okay, I'm gonna kill this girl, whatever, right? But what changed it for me, you know. And this I didn't just come up with this. I had tried, going to court. I tried like so many different things, but like everything got blocked, okay? Or everything didn't work out. And to be honest, I'm not really the type of person who just goes to court, okay? Like, just like I said in the previous video, if I didn't have to go to court to get with you, to hook up with you, I didn't have to go to court to have a baby with you, to impregnate you, I shouldn't have to go to court to see my child. And that's just how I see things, okay? So I really don't believe in getting the law involved in my business, so that was a big main factor. But even that, I still tried, but it didn't really work out. So after years passed, I just learned to accept it for what it was and just move forward in my life. And so it's been 18 years. I've seen her a couple of times here and there. She would allow me every now and then, but then eventually it became like, the same thing. I always wanted to be consistent, be a consistent dad, and she would never let me be a consistent dad. So, and over the years, I know she's told my daughter, like, your dad doesn't care about you, that sort of thing, and of course she's gonna believe what her mom tells her, and when I'm not around or whatever. So it is what it is. But moving forward to today's situation, okay, because when my daughter turned 18, I didn't hit her up right away, because that's kind of like too obvious. But as time progressed, I think around 19, I waited like I didn't really technically wait. It just kind of happened, And around 19, when she turned 19, we got in contact with each other, and we just talked, and she told me where she was, and I just want to see where she was as my daughter, see where she is in life. And of course she's a young, she's a teenager. She's trying to get her life established, so she's struggling a bit with school, stuff like that, and I'm trying to help her. But the thing with me is, okay, you grown and I'm your father. It's my job to help you, but I cannot help you if you don't want to listen to me, and I'm not going to try to help you if you're not going to listen to me. And so that was the issue for me. And she seemed to have put so much value on this one particular guy in her life, who's been there for her, as a teenager. But like I was telling her, well, it's kind of easy for, a guy, okay, to come over your house and hang out with you all day. But so that's because he's a boy, and he's looking at other things that she's naive, because I'm quite sure her mom didn't teach her the game about men. And that's my job as a father, to come in and teach her the game. But of course she doesn't see none of this, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of ticked me off, because here I am, I had to wait, 18, 19 plus years to try to be a father, and then here I get a chance to try to be a father and still can't be a father. So that's why for me it didn't work out for me. And so eventually I cut off, ties with her again, because my job is not to be her friend. My job is not to understand what she went through, especially when you're not going to try to understand where I went through. You know what I'm saying? She didn't understand or try to understand her dad's point of view. Because, I'm the father. Like, I get to tell you the way this is gonna go. You don't get to tell me the way this is gonna go. So, and I stay firm to that. And so yeah, that's how come I don't speak to her to this day. And it seemed like it's gonna be that way for the rest of my life, at least. And I don't have no ill feelings or anything like that. It's just, where I'm at in my life, I had no one really try to go out of their way to be there for me. So the way I see it is, I'm not gonna go way out of my way for somebody if they don't show that they care about me. I'm not willing to do that anymore, because I've done that so many times just so, just to get ran over. So I don't do that anymore. Not for nobody. Not for my own daughter, not for my wife. I don't do that for nobody. And because for a long time in my life I did do that as being a nice guy. But it's true, nice guys get walked over. We do get walked over. And that's what made me learn to start putting my foot down, and stay with it. So yeah, that's that situation. But yeah, and it's a lot to it. It's a whole lot of things that I can tell you guys, but I'm just not gonna tell you. But it's funny how, your own blood can end up listening to outsiders or other people, people who deem, just because they have a special title like a counselor or a psychiatrist or whatever, they'll listen to them, but they won't listen to their own blood. You know what I'm saying? They won't. They just, because I don't have this special title, I'm just dad, I'm not gonna listen to you. So, instead of trying to understand and getting an understanding who I am and what I stand for, and it's your own bloodline. Like, you should want to listen to someone who has their best interest in you, not just someone who's trying to monetize you. Someone who don't know nothing about your background. They don't know nothing about you. They don't know nothing about your bloodline. They can't tell you anything about who you are. Like, I'm not talking about like just, okay, you're a black female or you're a black male. I'm talking about like things you need to know, like where you came from, how your grandma was, how your great grandma was, who your dad was, why your dad was the way that he was, why. Just things that you need to know. So but yeah, that's other stuff. And now, as far as her mom, I know she was telling me like, things about her mom and how she's really trying to get back to me. And so the way I see it with that, which is, I know that's true. I knew it was true because of the dreams. Before I even got with my daughter, start linked back up with my daughter, I kind of knew that was happening because I was having these dreams about her, popping up at my job, all kind of stuff, right? And so when I linked back up with my daughter, that kind of confirmed it. And I remember her telling me at one point, she told me, she's like, Dad, like, be careful. She was like, I don't know what my mom is up to. Like, I don't know why she's trying to move closer to you. But she was just like, be careful. And that I will never forget, and that was just confirmation for me, that my dreams were once again correct by her, because I didn't get to tell her like all the, I told her some of the stuff like the dreams and stuff, but I didn't get to tell her like things that she needs to know, like why she should believe in her dreams and things like that. We never got that deep, but for me, it was confirmation for me, all that I needed, because I really don't want to see her mom no more for the rest of my life. I don't hate her mom, but I'm like maybe a step or two up from that. So I'm not that far, but her mom had just made things harder for my life. She never did anything to help, nothing. So, that's why I feel the way that I feel. And so that's pretty much all I have to say, I think, on this, this topic. I know a lot of people may say, oh, you're bitter and you this and you that if you feel that way. And you haven't forgiven them if you still feel that way. I don't think that's true, And if you, it's just, there's so many different ways I can. There's so many examples I can give you. Like even with Jesus, with Judas, you know what I'm saying? You look at that situation. Jesus said, after even, I believe he knew it was Judas at that time, but after he said it'll be better if that man was never born. Which is horrible, right? You think about that, and you think about the words he said about Judas, after Judas betrayed him, those some horrific words, coming from Jesus. So, that's why I don't think that saying is true. Like, you can forgive somebody and still, you can still be upset and don't want to deal with them no more. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to deal with nobody you don't want to deal with. Like, I forgive my mother. I forgive everybody who's done hurt to me, So it's just understanding that, hey, okay, I don't need to be around these individuals because these individuals are negative individuals and they're not going to put me in a better situation. They're always going to put me in a situation where I'm upset or, I'm being bitter, or they're going to take me to a place I don't want to be. And so for me, that's how come I don't want to talk to her. I have no reason to talk to her. She has no reason to talk to me at this point. It's already done. Like, I've already lost out on our child's life, and it's because of her. No matter if she want to try to put a spin and say it's me or whatever, she can blame me if she likes. That's fine. I don't care. I know it's not me. My whole family knows it wasn't me. There's people who can vouch for me and know that I was not the problem. So, I don't care if she deems me the problem. It's already over, it's already it's done, you know what I mean? It's already over. So that's how come I feel the way that I feel. And here's my advice to any man who may be dealing with a woman or their baby's mothers or whatever. This is my advice to you. If you in that situation, bro, or you in type of situation where you trying to see your child and the mother or your kid won't allow you to see your child, just do what you can. Keep calling the mom. Keep trying to see her. Try your best not to get the courts involved. Because when you get the courts involved, it's like it's unnecessary. Then you got child support. You'll be paying child support. Then it's like, why get those people in your business? You don't really need that. And just ask yourself, like, hey, it didn't take me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have to go to the courts we didn't have to go to the courts to hook up and make this baby. So why do I gotta go to the courts to see my own child? Just think about that. Because nobody makes that point. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just says, oh, go to the court and do this and do that, and it costs money to do that. You know what I'm saying? It costs money. And it costs time, especially if you work hard like me. Like, I'm always working. And if I'm working 2 jobs, how am I have time, to go to court? So it's just things like that, common sense stuff. You got to think, really, it's just common sense stuff. But yeah, so just do what you can. Try to work it out. She won't work it out with you. If you have to go to court, then yeah, do it. But you do what you got to do. See your child. But like for my situation, I didn't have nobody to teach me, and I ended up losing out on my whole daughter's entire life. All the father days, just so many things I missed out on. And it's. I don't blame myself for it. I know I did everything that I could, but you know, that's exactly why I feel the way I feel about her mom, because it was all for nothing, you know. But yeah, just do what you can, and don't have the understanding that you don't have to, you really don't have to be the father of your child, especially if the mother is she has actions, okay, that she don't want you excuse me, that she don't want you to be the father of your child. You don't have to. You have to kind of be in the ruthless mind frame. Like, okay, well, if you think you could just take my kid away from me, you know, fine. You think you could do a better job as a father than me? Go ahead, do it, you know. But that's how I see it, you know, because either which way it goes, the child is not going to be as successful, you know. Like, it's going to show, you know, it's eventually going to show through the child, like, that they was either better off with the father or worse off with the father. So just be patient. Try to, you know, don't never argue with them. If anything, that's what I would have did. Not do, even though I didn't do that much arguing, but do less arguing. It's just simple. Just ask to see your child. Don't never ask how they doing. Don't get into no personal stuff. Just, it's all about you seeing your child. If you can't see your child, it's all right. You can always ask them, like, hey, well, I just want to know how. You know, you want to show them that you still care about the child, and they probably already know that anyway. But you know what I'm saying, if she won't let you see it, eventually, you know what I'm saying, you have to move on, and you have to go find you another woman, and you have to start your own family. Remember, you are the key. Just like you started a family with her, you have the power to go find you another woman and start you another family. And that's like the best advice I can give you. But you gotta be careful. And that's what I learned from my situation. Be very picky on who you have kids with, or who you do. Forget that. Even before that, be very careful of what woman you allow in your life, or anybody really, any friend, anybody. But especially for a woman, definitely be careful. So that's all I pretty much have for you guys today. I'm at my lunch break. It's hot out here. I hope everybody is good, and I got a lot of things coming, but every Wednesday I'm gonna be dropping videos, so that's just what it is. And it's about time for me to get out of here though, so I'll see y'all in the next video. I think I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna share another experience I went through since this whole cop situation is going on, you know, this George Floyd thing. So I'll be talking about that, talking about my experiences with the cops and how I almost died myself. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. All right, peace.